Friends, I want to talk to you today about the grace to make changes. Now, I know that the very word change can make some of us uncomfortable. It brings up the unknown. It reminds us of the places we may have fallen short. And sometimes it feels like an impossible mountain to climb. But I want you to know that change, real change, comes with grace. It's a divine gift, a spark that says you don't have to stay where you are. You can become more. You can be more. You can break free from the chains of yesterday. First, understand this grace is not merely a pardon, it is power. It's the fuel that allows us to rise up from the ashes of who we were, to let go of past mistakes, and to embrace the truth of who we are called to be. Let that grace carry you beyond the limits you set for yourself. Release the guilt, release the shame, release the heavy burdens of could have and should have. Today is a new day. And grace is ready to guide you forward. That embracing the gift of grace is a transformative journey that can fundamentally alter the way we perceive ourselves and our potential for change. Grace is often misunderstood, many equate it solely with forgiveness, viewing it as a one-time pardon for our mistakes. However, true grace extends far beyond that. It is an empowering force, a divine enabling that invites us to rise above our current circumstances and limitations. This grace whispers to us that we are not defined by our past failures or our struggles. Instead, it reminds us that we possess the innate ability to evolve, grow, and achieve greatness. When we begin to comprehend the depth of this gift, we realize that grace is an active force in our lives, encouraging us to embrace change with open arms. It tells us that we are worthy of new beginnings, that we are deserving of a second chance, and that we have the strength to break free from the shackles of self-doubt and insecurity. This understanding can be profoundly liberating. No longer do we have to carry the heavy weight of regret. Instead, we can step forward into the light of possibility. To fully embrace grace, we must first accept our humanity. We are imperfect beings navigating an unpredictable world, and it is easy to become overwhelmed by our shortcomings. However, grace teaches us that our imperfections do not define us. They are merely part of our journey. In this light, we learn to appreciate our struggles as opportunities for growth rather than as reasons for shame. It is through these challenges that we can cultivate resilience, compassion, and understanding. We start to recognize that grace is not just for the flawless, it is for the broken, the weary, and the hopeful. The grace to make changes is not a call to be complacent, rather, it is a rallying cry for action. Once we acknowledge the gift of grace, we are inspired to take ownership of our lives. We begin to understand that while we cannot change the past, we can influence our future. This realization brings forth a sense of empowerment. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change, we can harness the power within us to initiate transformation. We can redefine our goals, challenge our fears, and take tangible steps toward the lives we envision for ourselves. It's crucial to understand that embracing grace does not mean that we will not face obstacles or setbacks. On the contrary, the journey of change often involves navigating through difficult terrain. However, grace provides us with the fortitude to endure. It serves as a reminder that setbacks are not failures, but rather stepping stones on the path to growth. With grace as our ally, we can approach challenges with a renewed perspective, viewing them as integral parts of our story rather than hindrances to our success. Additionally, when we embrace grace, we open ourselves up to the support of others. Often our desire for change is accompanied by feelings of isolation. We might fear that no one understands our struggles or that we are alone in our journey. Yet grace encourages us to connect with those around us. By sharing our stories and vulnerabilities, we create spaces for empathy and support. We realize that many others are on similar journeys seeking their own transformations. This shared experience fosters community, reminding us that we are not alone in our pursuit of change. Moreover, embracing the gift of grace invites us to practice self-compassion. It encourages us to treat ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend. When we stumble or fall short of our aspirations, instead of berating ourselves, we can acknowledge our efforts and reaffirm our commitment to change. This nurturing approach not only aids our emotional well-being, but also strengthens our resolve to continue striving toward our goals. In embracing grace, we become agents of change, not only in our own lives, but also in the lives of others. As we transform, we inspire those around us to seek their own paths of growth. Our stories of resilience and redemption can ignite hope in others who may feel trapped in their circumstances. By embodying grace, we become living testimonies of what is possible, encouraging others to believe that they too can rise and embrace the changes they desire. Ultimately, the grace to make changes is a profound journey of self-discovery and empowerment. It invites us to shed the weight of our past, embrace our imperfections, and take bold steps toward our future. As we fully embrace this gift, we unlock our potential and step into a life filled with purpose, courage, and endless possibilities. We learn to dance in the rhythm of change, recognizing that every moment is an opportunity to evolve into the best version of ourselves. Releasing the past is one of the most challenging yet essential steps in the journey toward meaningful change. So many of us carry the weight of yesterday with us, allowing it to define our identity and shape our actions. The experiences, mistakes, and disappointments of the past can feel like heavy chains, binding us to a version of ourselves that we are desperate to leave behind. However, the power to release these burdens is where true transformation begins. To move forward, we must learn to let go. The first step in this process is acknowledging the emotional weight of our past experiences. We often underestimate the impact that unresolved pain, regret, and trauma can have on our lives. These feelings can create mental barriers, clouding our judgment and inhibiting our ability to see possibilities for change. By recognizing and validating these emotions, we can begin to process them instead of allowing them to fester. This is an act of courage, as it requires us to face the very things we might want to avoid. But in doing so, we reclaim our power. We stop allowing our past to control our narrative, instead confronting it head on. Once we have acknowledged the emotions tied to our past, the next crucial step is to forgive ourselves. Self-forgiveness is often more challenging than forgiving others, yet it is an indispensable part of releasing the past. We are quick to judge ourselves harshly, to dwell on our failures, and to believe that we are unworthy of the changes we desire. However, grace teaches us that we are human, and being human means making mistakes. Embracing this reality allows us to see our past actions through a lens of compassion rather than condemnation. We must remind ourselves that every decision, every misstep, and every setback was part of our growth process. Learning to forgive ourselves creates space for healing and opens the door to future possibilities. Releasing the past also involves letting go of the narratives we have created around our experiences. Often we cling to stories of victimhood or inadequacy, repeating them in our minds as if they are our only truth. These narratives can be powerful, shaping our self-image and influencing our decisions, yet they can also be limiting. When we learn to question these stories, we empower ourselves to rewrite them. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims, we can choose to see ourselves as survivors and learners. This shift in perspective allows us to take ownership of our experiences, transforming them into lessons that can guide us toward a brighter future. As we release the past, we must also be willing to let go of toxic relationships that no longer serve us. Sometimes the burden of the past is not solely our own, but is also tied to the people we surround ourselves with. Whether they are family members, friends, or acquaintances, relationships can deeply affect our emotional well-being. If we find ourselves continually dragged back into old patterns of behavior or negativity by those around us, it may be time to reassess those connections. While it can be painful to distance ourselves from people we once cared for, prioritizing our growth and well-being is crucial. This process of discernment can lead to healthier, more supportive relationships that encourage our journey of change. In the journey of releasing the past, we also need to embrace the power of intention. Intention acts as a guiding light, helping us to focus on what we want to create rather than what we want to leave behind. By setting clear intentions for our future, we direct our energy toward positive outcomes. This practice can serve as a compass, helping us to navigate through life's challenges with purpose and clarity. When we set our sights on a new destination, we become less attached to the burdens of our past, allowing us to move forward with confidence and hope. Furthermore, it is essential to surround ourselves with positivity and encouragement. Engaging in practices that uplift us, whether through mindfulness, meditation, or simply spending time in nature, can help reinforce our commitment to release the past. These practices remind us that life is full of beauty and possibility. They help to create an environment conducive to growth, where we can flourish and redefine our paths. Ultimately, releasing the past is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires patience and persistence. There will be moments when old feelings resurface, challenging our progress. However, with grace as our guide, we can approach these moments with understanding and compassion. Each time we choose to release a piece of our past, we take a step toward our true selves and embrace the lives we were meant to lead. It is a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and empowerment, enabling us to step boldly into the future with open hearts and unshakable determination. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for new beginnings, allowing our lives to be filled with hope, joy, and limitless possibilities. Taking responsibility with gratitude is a profound and transformative concept that can change the trajectory of our lives. It involves acknowledging our actions, choices, and their consequences while approaching this realization with a heart full of thankfulness. This blend of responsibility and gratitude can serve as a powerful catalyst for change, empowering us to embrace growth and transformation in ways we may never have thought possible. At the core of taking responsibility is the understanding that we are the authors of our own stories. Each choice we make, whether big or small, contributes to the narrative of our lives. By accepting this truth, we stop shifting blame onto others or external circumstances. Instead, we embrace our role in shaping our experiences. This shift is not always easy, especially when faced with difficulties or challenges that feel overwhelming. However, it is essential to recognize that acknowledging our role does not mean bearing all the burden or guilt for what has happened. Rather, it is about owning our part in the journey, recognizing our capacity to influence outcomes and the power we have to choose differently in the future. When we take responsibility for our lives, we open ourselves to growth. This openness allows us to learn from our mistakes and setbacks rather than allowing them to define us. Each misstep becomes a lesson, and every challenge serves as an opportunity for personal development. This perspective is liberating. It transforms the narrative of failure into a narrative of progress. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance, we become empowered participants in our journey. We learn to analyze what went wrong, understand the decisions that led us there, and use this insight to make more informed choices moving forward. However, taking responsibility can also be accompanied by feelings of regret or shame, especially when reflecting on past decisions. This is where the concept of gratitude plays a vital role. Gratitude shifts our focus from what went wrong to what we can learn and how far we've come. By approaching our past with gratitude, we cultivate a mindset that appreciates the lessons embedded in our experiences. Gratitude enables us to see the silver linings, even in the most challenging situations. We can acknowledge that even our hardest experiences contributed to our growth, shaped our character, and equipped us with the resilience we need to face future challenges. Moreover, gratitude fosters a sense of connection to the world around us. When we express gratitude for our experiences, we often find ourselves reflecting on the support we've received from others. No one transforms in isolation. Our journeys are intertwined with the influence and support of family, friends, mentors, and even strangers. Recognizing the role of these individuals not only enhances our sense of responsibility, but also cultivates a deeper appreciation for the relationships in our lives. This awareness can lead to stronger bonds and a more profound sense of community, reminding us that we are never truly alone on our journeys. Taking responsibility with gratitude also invites us to adopt a forward-thinking mindset. Instead of being paralyzed by past mistakes, we can focus our energy on what we want to create in our lives. This proactive approach aligns us with our goals and aspirations, allowing us to visualize the future we desire. With gratitude as our foundation, we can approach our aspirations with excitement rather than fear. We understand that we have the power to shape our future, informed by the lessons of our past. In this process, it is essential to practice self-compassion. Taking responsibility does not mean berating ourselves for past mistakes. Rather, it involves acknowledging our humanity. We are all imperfect beings navigating a complex world. Practicing self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness as we learn and grow. When we embrace our flaws and recognize that they are part of the human experience, we can take responsibility without being consumed by guilt or self-judgment. As we integrate responsibility and gratitude into our lives, we begin to see changes manifest not only within ourselves, but also in our interactions with others. We become more empathetic and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey of growth. This newfound perspective fosters a sense of community, encouraging us to uplift those around us as they navigate their challenges. By taking responsibility for our actions and expressing gratitude for our experiences, we create a ripple effect of positivity and support. Ultimately, taking responsibility with gratitude is a transformative practice that empowers us to become active participants in our own lives. It encourages growth, resilience, and connection. By embracing this approach, we cultivate a mindset that celebrates learning and change, allowing us to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and grace. As we move forward, we do so with a heart full of gratitude, ready to embrace the lessons of the past while courageously stepping into the future. The power of this practice lies in its ability to turn our experiences into stepping stones toward a brighter tomorrow where we can flourish and thrive in all that we are called to be. Believing in the power of the present is a crucial step in the journey of personal transformation and growth. In a world that often pulls our attention in myriad directions toward the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future, it can be challenging to remain anchored in the present moment. However, this belief in the power of now is where true change begins. It empowers us to take action, embrace opportunities, and cultivate a life rich with meaning and purpose. To fully appreciate the significance of the present, we must first recognize the limitations that our preoccupations with the past and future impose on us. Many people find themselves trapped in cycles of regret, replaying past decisions and wishing they could change them. This constant revisiting of what has already occurred can drain our energy and cloud our ability to see the possibilities that lie ahead. Similarly, focusing too heavily on the future can breed anxiety. We may become preoccupied with what ifs, worrying about potential outcomes and uncertainties instead of engaging with the life we are currently living. Both of these mindsets rob us of the power and potential of the present moment. When we learn to believe in the power of the present, we begin to cultivate mindfulness and awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings in the here and now. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our experiences without judgment, allowing us to connect more deeply with ourselves and our environment. This practice can be transformative. It encourages us to slow down, breathe, and fully engage with the moment. By doing so, we not only enhance our emotional well-being, but also create space for clarity and insight. The present moment is rich with opportunities if we take the time to notice them. This shift in focus allows us to recognize that change does not occur in some distant future, but rather in the decisions we make today. Every action we take, every choice we make has the potential to shape our future. By understanding this connection, we empower ourselves to take decisive steps toward our goals. Whether it's starting a new project, mending a relationship, or pursuing a passion, the present is our launch pad. Each moment is an opportunity to act, to be proactive, and to create the change we desire. Instead of waiting for the right time or perfect circumstances, we learn to seize the moment, realizing that the present is the only time we truly have. Believing in the power of the present also invites us to cultivate gratitude for what is. When we focus on the here and now, we become more attuned to the blessings that surround us, no matter how small. It's easy to overlook the simple joys: a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, a moment of laughter. These seemingly mundane experiences are what make life rich and fulfilling. By appreciating these moments, we enhance our overall sense of well-being and contentment. Gratitude grounds us in the present, reminding us that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. Additionally, embracing the present helps us to reduce stress and anxiety. When we become overly fixated on the future, we can easily become overwhelmed by fears and uncertainties. However, when we focus on what we can control, our actions, our attitudes, and our responses, we regain a sense of agency. The present moment is where we can breathe, reflect, and make conscious choices. This awareness allows us to approach challenges with a clearer mind, helping us to respond rather than react. We find that our capacity to handle life's ups and downs increases when we are anchored in the present. Moreover, believing in the power of the present strengthens our relationships. When we engage fully with those around us, listening actively, being present, and showing genuine interest, we deepen our connections. This presence fosters trust, empathy, and understanding. People feel valued when we give them our undivided attention, and this can lead to richer, more meaningful relationships. In contrast, when we allow our minds to drift to past grievances or future concerns, we miss opportunities to connect and share in the joy of the moment. As we cultivate this belief in the present, we also become more resilient. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with challenges and uncertainties. However, when we anchor ourselves in the present, we learn to adapt and respond to changing circumstances with grace. Instead of being paralyzed by fear or doubt, we become resourceful, finding ways to navigate through obstacles. This adaptability is crucial for growth. It allows us to embrace change as an integral part of life rather than a barrier to our aspirations. Ultimately, believing in the power of the present is a transformative practice that empowers us to live more fully and authentically. It encourages us to live responsibility for our lives, to act with intention, and to cultivate gratitude. As we embrace this mindset, we unlock the potential for profound change, both within ourselves and in our interactions with the world around us. The present is where life unfolds, where dreams are born, and where transformation takes root. By committing to live in the now, we open ourselves to a life rich with possibility, purpose, and joy. Each moment becomes an opportunity to create, to love, and to thrive in the beautiful journey that is our life. Practicing patience in the face of change is a profound lesson that can lead to personal growth and transformation. In a world that often demands immediate results and quick fixes, we can easily become frustrated when change does not happen as quickly as we desire. However, patience is not merely a passive waiting game. It is an active choice to endure and cultivate resilience while navigating the often tumultuous waters of life's transformations. Embracing patience empowers us to grow, evolve, and ultimately thrive in our pursuits. At the heart of practicing patience is the understanding that change is a process, not an event. We live in a culture that glorifies speed and instant gratification, which can lead to unrealistic expectations about how quickly we should see results. Whether we are trying to develop a new skill, rebuild a relationship, or pursue a personal goal, the journey often involves ups and downs, twists and turns. Recognizing that change unfolds in stages allows us to adjust our mindset. Instead of expecting immediate outcomes, we can embrace the journey as a valuable part of the process, filled with lessons and insights that contribute to our growth. One of the most significant aspects of practicing patience is learning to appreciate the small victories along the way. When we set a goal, it is easy to focus solely on the finish line, overlooking the progress we make every day. However, every step we take, no matter how small, contributes to our overall journey. Celebrating these incremental achievements fosters a sense of motivation and purpose, reinforcing our commitment to the process. By recognizing and appreciating our progress, we cultivate a mindset that values perseverance and resilience, helping us to stay focused on our long-term goals. Moreover, patience allows us to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. During times of change, we often encounter challenges that test our resolve and self-discipline. Practicing patience encourages us to reflect on our reactions and emotions in these moments. Are we quick to give up at the first sign of difficulty? Do we allow frustration to cloud our judgment? Engaging in this self-reflection enables us to identify patterns of behavior that may be holding us back. With this awareness, we can make conscious choices about how we respond to obstacles, cultivating a mindset of growth rather than defeat. The practice of patience also teaches us the value of resilience. Resilience is not the absence of adversity, but the ability to bounce back from challenges and setbacks. Life will inevitably throw curveballs our way, and practicing patience helps us to navigate these obstacles with grace. Instead of feeling defeated, we learn to view setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in perspective allows us to develop a more profound sense of inner strength, empowering us to face future challenges with confidence. In addition, patience plays a crucial role in building and maintaining relationships. Change often impacts not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. Whether it's navigating a career transition, adjusting to a new family dynamic, or working through personal challenges with a friend or partner, patience becomes essential in these situations. It allows us to empathize with others, understand their perspectives, and support them as they navigate their own changes. Practicing patience fosters deeper connections, helping us to cultivate trust and understanding in our relationships. Furthermore, practicing patience enhances our ability to manage stress and anxiety. When we feel impatient, we can easily become overwhelmed by feelings of frustration and helplessness. However, by consciously choosing to be patient, we cultivate a sense of calm and clarity. This approach allows us to step back from the chaos and focus on what we can control in the moment. In this space, we can breathe, reflect, and make thoughtful decisions rather than reacting impulsively. As a result, we become more equipped to handle stress, making it easier to navigate the complexities of life. As we practice patience, we also learn to trust the process. Change often requires time, effort, and dedication. By embracing patience, we develop faith in our ability to achieve our goals and the understanding that growth takes time. This trust in the process encourages us to keep moving forward. Even when the path feels uncertain or challenging, we learn to let go of the need for instant results, allowing ourselves to be fully present in our journey. Ultimately, practicing patience in the face of change is a powerful and transformative practice that can lead to profound personal growth. It invites us to appreciate the process of change, to celebrate our small victories, and to develop resilience in the face of challenges. As we cultivate patience, we also enhance our relationships, manage stress more effectively, and foster a deeper understanding of ourselves. This practice encourages us to trust the journey, reminding us that meaningful change is often a slow and deliberate process. By embracing patience, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with grace, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Each moment becomes an opportunity for growth, helping us to evolve into the individuals we are meant to be. Through patience, we can not only endure the storms of change, but also emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient on the other side. Stepping into action with courage is one of the most transformative practices we can embrace in our journey toward meaningful change. Often we find ourselves standing on the precipice of opportunity, staring at the unknown, filled with aspirations yet held back by fear. This hesitation can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking the necessary steps to realize our dreams. However, when we choose to act with courage, we unlock the potential for growth, empowerment, and a life aligned with our true purpose. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to confront it head on. We all experience moments of doubt, anxiety, and uncertainty, especially when we consider stepping into new territories or pursuing ambitious goals. The key to overcoming this fear lies in recognizing it as a natural part of the human experience. Rather than allowing fear to dictate our actions, we can choose to embrace it, acknowledging that it often serves as a signal that we are on the verge of something significant. This realization can shift our perspective, transforming fear from a barrier into a catalyst for action. Taking action with courage also requires us to trust ourselves and our capabilities. We often underestimate our strengths and the resources available to us. When faced with a challenge, we may question our ability to succeed or doubt our qualifications. However, cultivating self-belief is crucial. By reflecting on our past experiences and recognizing moments when we have overcome adversity, we can build a foundation of confidence. This self-assuredness becomes the fuel that propels us forward, allowing us to take bold steps despite the uncertainties we may face. Moreover, courage in action invites us to step out of our comfort zones. Comfort zones can feel safe, but they can also become cages that limit our growth and potential. True transformation occurs when we push against these boundaries, exploring new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Each time we take a step beyond what feels familiar, we expand our horizons and discover capabilities we never knew we possessed. This expansion is often accompanied by discomfort, but it is within this discomfort that we find opportunities for growth. By embracing the unknown, we foster resilience and adaptability, essential qualities for navigating life's challenges. In our journey toward courageous action, it is essential to acknowledge that setbacks are part of the process. We may encounter obstacles, face criticism, or experience failure along the way. However, it is crucial to reframe our understanding of these challenges. Instead of viewing them as insurmountable barriers, we can see them as valuable learning experiences. Each setback provides insight and wisdom that can guide us as we continue on our path. This mindset of resilience allows us to rise after a fall, equipped with newfound knowledge and determination. Taking action with courage also necessitates a willingness to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it is, in fact, a source of strength. When we embrace vulnerability, we open ourselves to genuine connections, authentic experiences, and deeper understanding. This openness allows us to share our aspirations and fears with others, fostering a sense of community and support. Vulnerability encourages collaboration and helps us recognize that we are not alone in our journeys. When we step into the arena of life with courage and authenticity, we inspire those around us to do the same. Additionally, stepping into action with courage involves being decisive. Indecision can lead to stagnation and missed opportunities. When we hesitate to act, we often find ourselves caught in a cycle of overthinking and self-doubt. Developing the ability to make decisions, even in uncertainty, empowers us to take control of our lives. While not every choice we make will lead to success, each decision teaches us valuable lessons. By practicing decisiveness, we learn to trust our instincts and become more comfortable navigating the complexities of life. In our pursuit of courageous action, it is vital to surround ourselves with positive influences. The people we engage with can significantly impact our mindset and motivation. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who inspire, uplift, and challenge us can create an environment conducive to growth. These relationships foster accountability, encouragement, and support, providing us with the strength to take bold steps in our lives. Finally, stepping into action with courage means embracing the journey itself. Transformation is not just about the destination, it is also about the experiences and lessons learned along the way. When we approach our goals with a sense of curiosity and openness, we find joy in the process. This perspective allows us to celebrate each step taken, each challenge faced, and each victory, no matter how small. The journey becomes a rich tapestry of experiences that shape us into who we are meant to be. Ultimately, stepping into action with courage is a powerful practice that can profoundly change our lives. It invites us to confront our fears, trust ourselves, and embrace the unknown. By taking bold steps, we foster growth, resilience, and authentic connections with others. As we navigate the complexities of life, we discover that courage is not just an isolated act, it is a way of being. Each moment we choose to act courageously brings us closer to our aspirations, allowing us to live a life aligned with our true purpose. With courage as our guide, we become the architects of our destiny, shaping our futures with intention and authenticity. In conclusion, the grace to make changes in our lives is not merely about the desire for transformation. It is about cultivating a mindset and a set of practices that empower us to navigate the complexities of life with intention and resilience. Each keynote we explored taking responsibility with gratitude, believing in the power of the present, practicing patience in the face of change, and stepping into action with courage serves as a pillar supporting our journey toward meaningful change. As we take responsibility for our choices and embrace gratitude, we recognize that every experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to our growth. By believing in the power of the present, we learn to appreciate the moments that shape our lives, understanding that true transformation happens in the here and now. Practicing patience teaches us that change is a process that unfolds over time, reminding us to celebrate our small victories and cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. Finally, by stepping into action with courage, we unleash our potential and empower ourselves to pursue our dreams boldly, understanding that vulnerability is a strength and that setbacks are valuable learning opportunities. Together, these principles create a holistic approach to embracing change, inviting us to be active participants in our own lives. The journey of transformation may not always be easy, but it is rich with opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and connection. As we embody these practices, we become resilient individuals capable of navigating the storms of life with grace and confidence. Let us move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to embrace the changes that lie ahead. With grace as our guiding force, we can transform our challenges into stepping stones and our dreams into reality. Together, let us honor the journey, celebrate our progress, and commit to living authentically, courageously, and fully. Change is not only possible, it is a beautiful adventure waiting to unfold, and we have the power to shape it with our actions, our beliefs, and our unwavering determination. In conclusion, the grace to make changes in our lives is not merely a concept, but a profound and actionable philosophy that empowers us to transform our experiences into opportunities for growth. Each aspect we've discussed, taking responsibility with gratitude, believing in the power of the present, practicing patience amidst change, and stepping into action with courage provides us with the tools we need to navigate life's complexities. By embracing responsibility and gratitude, we free ourselves from the burdens of blame and regret, recognizing that every moment holds a lesson. Believing in the power of the present allows us to tap into the richness of now, igniting our potential to make meaningful choices. Practicing patience reminds us that transformation is a journey, not a race. Every small step we take counts and contributes to our evolution. And by stepping into action with courage, we confront our fears and limitations, opening the door to new possibilities and experiences. Together, these principles form a powerful framework for embracing change. They remind us that we are not passive observers of our lives, we are active participants capable of shaping our destinies. The journey of change may come with its challenges, but it also offers us the chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As we move forward, let us carry this grace with us. Let us honor our journey, celebrate our progress, and commit to living authentically. Change is not just possible, it is essential. It is a dynamic force that can lead us to our best selves. With grace as our guiding principle, we can navigate the winds of change, turning challenges into triumphs and dreams into reality. The time for change is now. Let us embrace it with open hearts and courageous spirits.
And the rooted is your own beliefs and values rather than being swayed station ways that can might feel more one's skin in a state of seeking fulfillment cultivated it without is found stain it's often drawing people back towards you ironical them that sometimes near you against your confidence independence and inner peace become qualities why they didn't the first place the distance is not have transformative force assurate someone who no longer needs to really one confidence recognize most important recognize is to you start to see identified approach is defined by who you are by